Hey, LS11 Universe, it's Xander, and welcome back to WWE 2K20 Universe Mode. We're coming fresh off of the Backlash show this weekend, and we are here for Monday Night Raw. We have a new United States Champion, and he is defending the championship in the main event tonight. We got a big show ahead of us tonight from Philadelphia, so let's see what's going on tonight on Raw. So as you can see tonight, Akira Tozawa takes on Eric Rowan. Charlotte Flair is going to go one-on-one with Liv Morgan. Andrade and Zelina Vega, fresh off their losses last night to Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. Andrade is going to go one-on-one with Cedric Alexander. The Usos take on Slater Gator. We're actually going to see that matchup tonight. Universal Champion Seth Rollins is taking on Samoa Joe. And in the main event, the United States Championship is on the line as John Morrison puts the championship on the line against AJ Styles. So we can see in our opening contest tonight that Rowan got the win over Tozawa. Charlotte Flair got the victory over Liv Morgan, imagine that. And Andrade picked up the victory over Cedric Alexander. So let's get on with some tag team action. We don't see tag team action on Raw very often here that we actually watch. We usually simulate those matches. But we've got the Usos in action tonight. We're looking for number one contenders to the Raw Tag Team Championships.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 479 pounds, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, the
Usos making their way to the ring. As I said, we're looking for number one contenders for who's going to challenge the Viking Raiders next after their victory over Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara this past Saturday night. And while we're seeing the tag team, Slater Gator.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 486 pounds, Heath Slater and Titus O'Neil.
Slater Gator, they're a fairly new tag team on the scene here on Raw. We haven't seen much of them yet, but tonight we're going to get to see what it's like when these two team up and take on a very experienced tag team in the Usos. Slater and Titus in the ring. So, here we go. As I believe it's Heath Slater starting off with Jey Uso. Yes, I'm correct. Had to get confirmation there on that one. As Slater, nope, gets caught with an arm drag. And Jey Uso with Slater. And into a clothesline. Back to his feet. As now Slater, gets him with a big clothesline there. One problem Heath Slater has, though, is Heath Slater likes to gloat a lot in his matches. And that can end up costing Heath from time to time. As Heath, though, has him. And Slater rolls Jey Uso through into the cover. 1, 2. No, Jey gets the shoulder up. And Slater again getting a little cocky, gets caught with a big headbutt. And Jey Uso with Heath Slater back to his feet. And Jey Uso has him, hits him with a suplex. And now Jey, no, Heath finds the counter. And Jey Uso with another counter knocks him back, and Jey Uso dunks Heath Slater out of the ring. Jey Uso quickly out of the ring now to follow Heath Slater. And Jey with Slater right hand to the face. And Jey Uso tosses Heath Slater up the ramp. But Slater out of the way, turns Jey Uso around and, sends him into his brother Jimmy on the outside. Referee beginning the count-out process as Jey Uso with a leg sweep to Heath Slater. And now Jey Uso sends Heath Slater back in the ring. Breaking the count at 5. And now Jey has Heath back to his feet. Jey Uso, another big headbutt. Now he's got Slater back to his feet, and Jey Uso with another leg sweep to Heath Slater. And now Heath, he's trying to get to Titus. Oh, but I don't think he quite got him. I don't think the tag was actually made there. I think he just barely whiffed him. And now, Jimmy Uso is in the ring. I didn't have a chance to acknowledge that fact, but an elbow from Jimmy. He's got Heath back to his feet. Now, no, Slater manages to get the counter. And Slater, oh wait a minute, Heath gets him with a big DDT into the cover for the victory. 1, 2, no, kick out at 2. I think now Slater, he's definitely going to want to make a tag because Heath Slater, well, he's a little bit out of it by now. Tag made. Here comes Titus O'Neil, the big man, in the matchup. Titus hits a double axe handle, and for clothesline, no, it's ducked. And Titus finding a counter again, and oh, what a boot to the face there. Good job isolating one Uso there. Turns him around, and he's got him up, and hits him with a back body drop. And Jimmy Uso finds another counter. Oh, and look at that strength there from Titus O'Neil with a backbreaker. Now there's a counter from Jimmy Uso. Hits him with a forearm. And another elbow drop. Matchup not faring very well for Slater and O'Neil so far. Not their flurry of offense, but then just gets turned back around on them. Feet though, and Jey Uso with Titus O'Neil. Going towards the ropes, it seems. Oh, Titus O'Neil. Not letting it happen. Elbows him back. And Titus has him up and drops him with a powerbomb. Titus O'Neil, well, off the ropes. And into an elbow drop. Now he's got it back to his feet. Titus O'Neil with Jey Uso off the turnbuckle. And now Titus, right hand, knocks him down. For a boot, gets caught, and now Jey Uso with a forearm connects. Tag made, here comes his brother. And Titus back to his feet again. Titus could be in trouble here. He gets dropped. Jimmy with Titus. Not really sure what he's trying to do with Titus here, but gets caught with a headbutt instead. Oh, and there's the super kick. And it's got to be it. Into the cover. 1, 2. No, Slater saves it that time. O'Neil back to his feet, gets another big boot in. Off the ropes, into another elbow. Now he's got him up back to his feet here, and Titus O'Neil hits a big boot. And Titus, look at the strength here, picks him up. Big backbreaker. And with the greatest of ease, just throws him over his head. Titus saying it could all be over here. Grabs Jey Uso and drops him as well. Titus O'Neil, well, hopefully the Usos don't pull the old switcheroo on him. Sends him in the corner. Oh, and Jimmy into a sleeper hold on Titus O'Neil. And Slater there to save it. Titus back to his feet though. Oh, attempted super kick. Titus hitting him with Clash of the Titus into the cover. 1, 2, no! Titus sent to the corner. There's a kick, knocks him down. And right in the face. Now Jimmy Uso into a cover off of that. 1, 2. Oh, there's a kick out and a break up almost simultaneously on that one. Up to one knee, now back to his feet. And Jimmy Uso went for the super kick. Titus getting himself fired up here. Went for a clothesline, didn't quite connect. Got him that time though. Tag man, here comes Heath Slater. And Slater, well, we don't see Heath Slater fly very often, so what's he going to do here? Gets a big elbow drop to the outside. He's getting back to his feet. Slater. He's back in the ring. It's Slater's turn to try and play keep away. Man takes out the leg. Slater gets him up. And Slater with the right hand. And look at that big neck breaker there. Into the cover. For the win. 2. Oh, we got him. Well, calling an upset, but in the end, that is a victory for Heath Slater and Titus O'Neil. Sure why the default victory music's playing. I swear I set that up. Love 2K20.
Here are your winners, Heath Slater and Titus O'Neil.
Big victory for Heath Slater and Titus O'Neil there. As I said, called an upset. Up next, we have the Universal Champion in action. And here comes someone we haven't seen much of here in Universe mode. It's Samoa Joe.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds. Samoa
This is a big opportunity for Samoa Joe tonight. Samoa Joe taking on the Universal Champion. As I said, big opportunity for him. If he could win, we don't have no one contender at the moment. We do need to crown a new number 1 contender to the Universal Championship, so tonight could be that night if Samoa Joe gets the victory. The Universal Champion. Seth Rollins, the Universal Champion, making his way to the ring.
And his opponent from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, the WWE Universal Champion, Seth Rollins.
Rollins had one heck of defense on Saturday this past weekend against Andrade for that championship. Cut it very close in that one, but managed to walk out with the victory. So now Rollins is taking on Samoa Joe in our matchup tonight. So it's Joe, it's Rollins. What's going on right now? Rollins with a forearm to start off, but Joe dropping Rollins and chops him in the back. Samoa Joe stomps him while he's down. Now Joe picks Rollins back up to his feet, and Samoa Joe knocks him back. Joe with an uppercut. Samoa Joe picking Seth Rollins up to his feet, and Joe with Rollins up, and a Samoan drop knocks him down. Now Samoa Joe has Rollins. Rollins managed to fight out of it, and Seth Rollins spinning forearm strike there to Joe. And Seth Rollins with the right hand. And now Joe with Rollins up to his feet, and Samoa Joe drops him. Down goes Seth Rollins. Samoa Joe, look at this. The strength tosses Rollins across the ring. Joe off the ropes, hits Rollins with a senton. Seth Rollins, he's down, but could he be out already? No, Samoa Joe. Seth Rollins dumps him out of the ring. And now Rollins telling Joe to get up. Seth Rollins dives through the ropes. Now Seth Rollins, gets sent back in the ring by Samoa Joe. And Joe with a stomp to the back. Rollins has him back up to his feet. Samoa Joe sending Rollins off the ropes. Joe gets Rollins, pops him up. Rollins finding the counter. Hits him with a big knee strike. Samoa Joe back up to his feet. And Rollins sending Joe off the ropes. Rollins, went for the knee strike. Couldn't quite get him there. And Joe, kicks Rollins out of the air there. And now Samoa Joe into a crossface, but Rollins' foot was on the ropes. And now Samoa Joe picking Seth Rollins back up. And Joe has Rollins and drops him. Rollins pulls himself up into the corner. Back to his feet. Samoa Joe. No, Rollins finds a counter, and Seth Rollins with a forearm strike to Samoa Joe. Oh, wait a minute. That's Bobby Lashley's music. Oh, Samoa Joe! Coquina clutch! And Rollins is out. Thanks to an assist from Bobby Lashley, an unseen assist from Bobby Lashley, Samoa Joe's just beat the Universal Champion. So what does Lashley want with the Universal Champion? I think the answer is probably pretty obvious, but nonetheless, very interesting. Main event up next, though. The United States Championship is going to be on the line. AJ Styles versus John Morrison. So here we go. It's main event time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE United States Championship.
It's a rematch from Backlash. As here comes the challenger, the former United States Champion, AJ Styles. What the hell? And it seems AJ Styles has gotten his hand on the Tony Sanders cloning machine, because there are two Luke Gallows up there. Okay. Well, here comes the United States Champion. Morrison won the championship off of AJ Styles at Backlash in a very back-and-forth battle. And now tonight, John Morrison puts the championship on the line for the first time since winning it. Okay, so there's just going to be two Luke Gallows at ringside.
Introducing the challenger from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles. And introducing the champion from New York, weighing in at 215 pounds. He is the WWE United States Champion, John Morrison.
Well, John Morrison, this is his first championship defense. Is it going to go down the way he would want it to? Or are we going to see AJ Styles regain the championship just 2 nights after losing it? I mean, he's got 2 Luke Gallows in his corner, so... oh my god, you never know. Either way. Here we go. Styles just starting out with a couple straight shots to John Morrison. You see Luke Gallows and Luke Gallows are there on the outside. It's a bit of a disclaimer. Yes, we usually take this universe mode seriously. Try and treat it like it's a real WWE. But when crap like this happens and I can't fix it, I'm going to treat it like the joke it is. As AJ Styles right hand to the ribs of John Morrison. And Styles now as Morrison. AJ Styles gets him up and gets him with a 1916. Now Styles quickly trying to scramble to the top rope, but he doesn't seem he's quick enough because John Morrison with a knee strike. And Morrison, no. Styles grabs him and hits him with a knee strike. AJ Styles sends John Morrison out of the ring. It's one of the Gallows and Anderson there. And Styles takes out John Morrison, but also might have taken out himself there. It's Carl Anderson. Well, distracts John Morrison long enough for Styles to catch him with a forearm. Good strategy there from the OC, though. As John Morrison does find the counter, sends AJ Styles back in the ring, and now John Morrison with a boot knocks him down. And Morrison with a kick to the back. John Morrison picks AJ Styles up to his feet. And a German suplex. Morrison with Styles. John Morrison off the ropes. And a big kick to the head. John Morrison now has AJ Styles up to his feet. Morrison with a suplex to the challenger. Now Morrison picks AJ Styles back to his feet. Morrison takes out the legs. Oh, look at this, into a Boston Crab here. And now AJ Styles, he's got to try and get to the ropes. He's in the ropes. The referee just didn't call a rope break there. And now Styles kicks Morrison back. AJ Styles. Oh, gets caught with a super kick from John Morrison. I think AJ accidentally leaned into that super kick. Give himself an even harder time. Now John Morrison, no. Styles catches him, rolls him through for the title. No, John Morrison gets the shoulder up. Now AJ Styles, oh, well, both men thought the same thing there. Styles, Pele kick to Morrison. And now AJ Styles to the top rope, but John Morrison again back to his feet. Has himself on the ropes. Styles grabs Morrison, sends him off the ropes, ducks under him. Styles, Hurricane Run. And now AJ Styles with a forearm. And John Morrison with the challenger up. Taking him towards the corner. Throws him in the corner, and John Morrison just slings AJ Styles to the side. And Styles gets him with an elbow to the head. And now AJ Styles with John Morrison up. And drills it into the mat, into the cover. Styles for the title. No, another kick out from Morrison. And now Styles rolls Morrison through, away from the ropes there. Calf crusher. Locked in on John Morrison. Will he make the champion tap out? To regain the championship, AJ Styles. No, John Morrison finds the counter. And now Morrison with Styles up. Morrison with a big wheel kick there. And now John Morrison gets him back to his feet. Morrison dumps Styles over the top rope, and John Morrison follows him to the outside. As AJ Styles up, John Morrison sends him back in the ring. John Morrison drags AJ Styles to the center of the ring here. Turns him over with a kick, and John Morrison standing moonsault into the cover on Styles. 1, 2. Oh, very close 2 count now. Now Styles up to his feet. John Morrison. Sends him in the corner. And, Styles finds a counter, puts Morrison in the corner. And Morrison gets knocked down. AJ Styles to the outside. Styles calling out Morrison. Styles looking for. That was a little too close to the ropes, I think. Went for the phenomenal forearm. Nobody home. Morrison hurls him in the corner. And John Morrison into Starship Pain for the championship. 1, 2, 3. John Morrison retains the United States Championship over AJ Styles. Big victory there. John Morrison, well, he takes AJ Styles out of the picture, and John Morrison retains the United States Championship. Not even 2 Luke Gallows can stop John Morrison. Well, thank you all for tuning in tonight. I've been Xander, and this has been Universe Mode. Maybe next week it'll be a little less 2K20.